Today on A Talk in the Park, we're going to be talking about something that's been bothering me for a little while. And there's a lot of the negativity and hatred that's been present on the internet forever, but more so now over the past couple of years. I've started to notice it a lot more. Maybe that's just because I'm getting older, but I feel like the amount of opinions that people state and how a lot of them tend to be very negative focused, rather than an opinion that something's good, there's a lot more motivation to post things that are negative to spark a reaction and controversy. And that's effective. That's how the internet works. It favors things that get more activity and more people to click, and people tend to click and view things that are often more negative based or things that are against their version or their opinion of it. But the problem with that is that it sparks so much negativity, clashing opinions, and so many roundabout arguments that just lead to more frustration. And I don't know, it just cuts to a point where it's almost like, because we're in this echo chamber of the internet, because we have access to so many outlets of information, that we end up getting stuck in our own bubble. And then when other people puncture that sense with their own opinion, people start to invoke negative emotions, which then favors that sort of negative opinion from being stated. And I'm not saying just because the opinion is different means it's negative. I mean, when someone's opinion involves hating something or hating someone or hating someone's type of population, like a marginalized group, there's just an idea that people have these opinions. They think, well, it's because it's an opinion, it's fine to say because it's free speech. But it gets to a point where when you're spreading hatred and genuine dislike to the point where you hurt the people who read those messages, it's difficult. Now it's one thing to say that you don't understand or you don't view it as part of your religion. That's one thing. But to actively spread hatred and try to abolish these sorts of things for people at the end of the day, regardless of how they present or who they want to be, you're still hating a person. You're hating a group of people who are doing something that isn't actively hurting you. It's still a platform that people have online to just further accentuate these beliefs. Now, as a content creator on YouTube, it's not like I can just ditch the internet entirely. I could, because it's not like it's my main occupation. But that's not what I want to do either. It's not like I want to be completely free of the internet as a whole, but rather I want to spread awareness, and I'm not trying to preach at that. I'm just asking the general public to be more mindful with how you share your opinions and what your beliefs are. Because if it gets to a point where you're actively spreading something that it's against the group, something that will hurt someone else by saying it, I don't feel like it's worth saying to other people on a mass scale like an internet platform like X or Instagram. To spread that hate on the platform that you have means you're actively taking the path towards hatred, violence, and negativity against the group just to see something happen towards your version of what is right and wrong. I don't think it's fair to actively judge and discriminate. Regardless of that, it's not fair to do that. But especially in these times, browsing the internet, even on something like Pinterest, I'm just looking at character designs or drawings from my art inspiration, I find myself getting shown these accounts by transgender individuals or transgender art. And even then, there's in the comment section, there's so much discrimination, so much people sitting with, sometimes it's misinformation, sometimes it's just blatant hatred. And it ruins it, because it frustrates me that even in a platform that's supposedly just a community shared of art, there's a level of hatred and negativity, a section of opinions being shared, arguments being had. And it's just so frustrating. The internet's no longer really a place of mass information and spread, as well as a general learning space of knowledge, as well as communication. It's now this rapidly moving chamber of opinions that just mush together and people fighting constantly. And that is really just frustrating. And I'm not saying it's going to change. There's no easy solution to it, but I just hope that when you're sharing opinions on the internet that you could maybe be a bit mindful, if you aren't already, but just even that little bit extra to understand how this is going to be conveyed and how this is going to be received in general. Well, that's been A Talk in the Park. I did kind of talk in circles about how I feel, but it is genuinely my view of it. I just don't like to see the level of hatred through misinformation, through clashing beliefs, And I just think we need to take some time to look up the information, do our own research before making a reasonable argument if that's needed, or comment, rather than just stating what your own volition wants you to just convey. Alright, goodbye for now. Hopefully on a lighter topic, we'll have to see. Bye.